Mindful Chat sa 89.1 FM. Isang oras na kaalaman, kwentuhan at kasagutan tungkol sa kalusugang pangkaisipan. Kasama ang mga psychologists, guidance counselors, and mental health experts para sagutin ang iyong katanungan at maghatid ng kanilang kaalaman. Pag-uusapan natin ang mga seryosong bagay na minsan ay hindi nabibigyang pansin. May live tawagan. Kaya kung may tanong ka, ilahad mo na. Huwag palalampasin ang Mindful Chats. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 8 to 9 p.m. Kasama si Dr. Lane Alfanoso at Pam De Castro. Your mind, your strength. Mental health matters.
Ang gabi po sa inyong lahat mga kaibigan and welcome to Mindful Chats. Salamat at naandyan kayo nakatutok tuwing 8 to 9 p.m. sa 89.1 FM tuwing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Ito po ang makakasama nyo sa isang oras na mainit na talakayan at magbibigay ng mga kaalaman. Lalaine si Ron Alfanoso at kasama ko ang napakagandang si Pam. Good evening, Pam.
Good evening. Ay nako, kung may maganda, mas maganda yung nasa kabilang naka-green. Good evening, Doc Lane. We are transmitting truth, transforming lives on AWR Manila 89.1. Tayo po ay mapapanood din. O, tamo tuloy. Nagbakal-bakal na ako. Mapapanood din po tayo sa FB at YouTube at meron po kayong katanungan o meron kayong gustong sabihin sa amin or gusto nyong i-shoutout kayo namin. The number is 09189447-891. Medyo memorize ko na, Leo. 09189447-891. Thank you for Leo and Andy on the technical side. Back to you, Doc Lane.
Yes, thank you. Well, mga kaibigan, dito po sa programang ito, naglalayong pag-usapan ang isang napakahalagang isyu na atin pong kinakaharap, ang atin pong kalusugan sa pag-iisip. Sama-sama po nating alamin at talakayin ang mga bagay na may kinalaman po sa ating mental health. May naimbitahan po tayo na expert sa larangan na ito. Siya po ay magbabahagi ng mga kaalaman at karanasan upang mas mapaunlad natin ang ating pag-unawa at suporta sa isa't isa. Good evening po, Sir Jither. Welcome po to Mindful Chats.
Ayan, magandang gabi po sa lahat, Doc Lane, Ma'am Pam, at sa lahat po na nakikinig. Magandang gabi po at hopefully ngayong gabi, we will learn something po na ating magagamit at makatulong po sa atin, especially sa ating mental health.
Yeah, thank you, Sir Jither. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Sir Jither, ano po ba ang ating topic ngayong gabi? At ano po ba ang dapat antabayan ng ating mga listeners and viewers?
Ayan, ang ating pong topic ngayong gabi ay about anxiety. So we will understand po kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng anxiety. We will also tackle yung mga myth about po sa anxiety. Ano yung mga common na psychological or anxiety disorders dito sa Pilipinas at kung paano po natin siya somehow ma-alleviate and ma-manage. Okay po. So sa ating po mga listeners, mamaya po we will talk about definitions. So please bear with me kung marami pong mga words later na sasabihin.
Oo. Sir Jither, gaano ba ito ka-importanting topic na ito na dapat nating paglaanan ng panahon?
Actually, Doc Lane, very, very important po ito kasi if ayon sa mga pag-aaral, especially here in the Philippines, yung prevalence ng anxiety disorders, especially sa mga kabataan, even sa mga young at hearts, ay tumataas habang we spend more time in social media, in a lot of things that's happening in our lives. So I think very important po siya para maturuan natin ang ating sarili at yung ibang tao para ma-manage po yung mga unnecessary and excessive anxiety.
Okay, salamat Sir Jither. Hindi ka pa nagsimula, kami ay nag-uumapaw na ng eagerness to know more of the topic. But hold your horses. I will ask Pam to introduce you formally before you move on. Pam, please.
Yes. Thank you very much, Doc Lane. Our guest tonight is currently serving the Adventist University of the Philippines as a psychometrician in the Guidance Services Center and a faculty member of the psychology department. Now, he recently graduated with dual master's program in psychology and guidance counseling. Wow. And his mission statement: to serve God and fellow men in the field of mental health and education. Now, this is very important. The next line attributed to him, he holds in his heart Jeremiah 29:11, that God has plans for us to prosper us and not to harm us, to give us hope and a future. Ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure, Mr. Chither Ken Villegas Patalinghog. But
But
before we give, yeah,
yes, bago tayo magpatuloy, na pumalaot, bago tayo pumalaot sa ere. Tama ba yon?
Opo.
Gusto ko munang i-share ang isang Bible verse na matatagpuan natin sa Philippians 4:6-7. Ang sabi dito, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your mind in Christ Jesus. Sa Tagalog, mga kaibigan, ang gustong sabihin yan, huwag daw po tayong mabalisa tungkol sa anumang bagay. Sa halip, sa pamamagitan ng panalangin at paghingi ng tulong na may pasasalamat, ipakita ninyo sa Diyos ang inyong mga kahilingan at ang kapayapaan ng Diyos, mga kaibigan, na hindi kayang unawain ng tao ang mag-iingat sa inyong mga puso at pag-iisip sa pamamagitan ni Kristo Jesus. Ito sana, mga kaibigan, ang ating maging guide sa ating talakayan ngayon. Si Pam ngayon ay magbibigay ng opening prayer.
Yes, let's have a quick prayer. Dear Father, our gracious Lord, take our minds off the cares of this world and let your peace be upon us. May we only listen to good reports in the glory of your name. Amen.
Amen. Take it away, Sir Jither. Your
Thank
turn.
you so much po. Alright, bago po tayo magsimula, share my screen. Para po. Ayan. Ayan. So hopefully po nakita ang ating screen ngayon. At ako po ay naririnig ng clear at mabuti. Now,
Yes.
Thank you so much, Doc. And just like po sa ating opening part, kanina ang ating pong pag-uusapan ngayon is all about anxiety, understanding anxiety. And ano nga ba po talaga yung anxiety? Ano yung kanyang role sa ating buhay? At ano yung mga common na belief we have about anxiety? Okay? Now, kung iisipin niyo po or mapapakinggan niyo yung word na anxiety, ano po yung unang pumapasok sa inyong kaisipan? Siguro it would be fear, yung mga word na fear, katakot, pagkabalisa in Tagalog, maybe it's nervousness. So those things, those words are connected po with the word anxiety, no? Well, in this case, we will define po anxiety as this one. Anxiety is a negative mood state characterized by bodily symptoms of physical tension and by apprehension about the future. So, if you look closely po doon sa meaning ng anxiety, it's much more of a negative mood state. It's an emotion. Meaning, yung state po ng anxiety, it's not permanent. Hindi po siya long term. Okay? Pag mood state po or an emotional state, it's a short term na ating nararamdaman or nafe-feel. And usually, ito po ay nasasamahan ng physical tension. Yung ating pong physical symptoms like pagbilis ng tibok ng ating puso, yung pagpapawis minsan, those are physical symptoms of anxiety. And the key feature po ng anxiety, it's the fear of the future. Okay? Apprehension po about sa future natin. And it's an emotion that projects us again into the future. So, nire-remove niya po yung ating present state. Parang, how do you call this? dinidisrupt niya ang ating physical na pag-enjoy ng present time. And then the emotion anxiety, it will project us to the future na hindi pa nga nangyayari. That's why anxiety as well is worrying about something that may or may not happen. And usually, pag tayo po naka-experience ng anxiety, we overthink, we ruminate, or iniisip po natin ulit-ulit kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari or hindi pwedeng mangyari. That's anxiety. And according po yan sa ating American Psychiatric Association and yung libro po ni Barlow in 2002. Now, I want us to look po anxiety into two perspectives. Kasi we have this myth na pag may anxiety po ba, meron ka ng psychological disorder or meron ka na bang mental health problem pag meron ka ng anxiety? I want us to answer po this very interesting question. Is anxiety normal? Normal po ba magkaroon ng anxiety?
Maybe.
The answer is yes. Okay po. Yes, it's very normal to experience anxiety. Actually, it's one of the myth na ating dapat itanggal sa ating pag-iisip na yung anxiety po, pag meron kang anxiety, ibig sabihin meron ka ng mental disturbances or psychological disorder. Okay? Anxiety po is a natural response to stress or some environmental problems that we face as human beings. Okay? So yun po yung anxiety. Actually, according to studies, that malalaman mong mentally healthy person ka if you experience wide range of emotions. So hindi lang po happiness. Kasi pag happy po tayo 24/7, we don't feel any sadness, anger, anxiety, fear. If we don't feel or experience these other emotions, if we're just happy 24/7, then there might be something wrong with us. Okay? So it's normal po to feel those negative emotions. And experiencing anxiety is actually normal. I want us to look anxiety in two perspectives po. Okay? Anxiety as an emotion and anxiety as a disorder. Alright? Now, kung ikukumpara po natin yung dalawa, ano yung anxiety as an emotion and anxiety as a disorder? Well, here I have listed po some comparison ng anxiety as an emotion and anxiety as a disorder. Number one, yung anxiety as an emotion, it's normal po and temporary. Okay? It's an emotional response. So meaning, pag meron tayong kinakaharap na problem, let's say for example, meron tayong exam next week sa ating mga students po na nakikinig. Meron tayong exams next week. We may feel anxiety, and it's normal because it's a stressful situation, especially for the students. Sa mga church members naman, pag nabigyan po tayo ng part sa church, iba po tayo kinakabahan, wala pa nga yung event, wala pa yung midweek, pero kinakabahan na po tayo. And that's normal, that's anxiety. Actually, according din po sa mga pag-aaral, anxiety and stress in normal amounts can actually help us. It's very helpful for us. Bakit? Anxiety po can improve our performances, whether it's physically or psychologically or mentally. For example, ang ating mga students, merong exam, same po sa ating example kanina. The reason why maybe you will get a high score in your exam is because you studied the night before. Kasi nag-aral tayo. Kasi we were anxious about the exam. So nakapag-aral po tayo, na-cover natin yung maraming parts ng ating books or study material. It's because we were anxious. It improved our mental capacity. So in normal amounts, anxiety and stress can actually be helpful for us. Kaso, pag nagiging excessive po yung anxiety, nagiging persistent po siya, sometimes it can cause chronic mental condition, which is anxiety disorders. Okay? Now, pag excessive po yung anxiety or persistent, it can change the way we think, it can change the way we behave, and sometimes nagiging detrimental po siya para sa ating kalusugan. Okay? So again, anxiety as an emotion is temporary, it's normal. Pero pag excessive na po yung anxiety, it's persistent, then it's not good anymore. Number two difference, yung anxiety po as an emotion is adaptive. Okay, it can actually help us. In anxiety as a disorder, it's maladaptive. Can cause harm and interferes with our daily functioning. Some people, hindi na po sila makakain, hindi na sila makaligo, they can't do their daily functions already, hindi sila makapasok sa school, and because anxiety is interfering with their daily life. And then lastly po, yung anxiety as an emotion can be resolved with reassurance or coping. And anxiety as a disorder, it requires intervention na po, like a mental health professional, therapy, counseling, and even medication pag necessary. Okay, yun po yung difference ng anxiety as an emotion and anxiety as a disorder. Parang as an emotion po, normally anxiety is something, it's a coping mechanism, it's a coping strategy. So for example, sa ating pong physical health, di ba? Sa ating physical health, pag meron po tayong pag may pumasok po na, let's say, virus or bacteria sa ating katawan, mga foreign bodies, then natitrigger po yung ating immune system. Tama po ba? No? Sa ating physical health. Sa ating naman pong mental health, pag naka-experience po tayo ng stress and problems in life, meron din pong natitrigger. Ang tawag po doon ay coping strategies. Right? So parang coping strategy, similar siya with our immune system. Now, pag medyo malakas yung virus sa ating physical health, pag malakas yung virus, malakas yung bacteria, sometimes hindi siya na-cope up po ng ating immune system. That's why tayo ay nagkaka-complication, nagkakasakit, maraming nangyayari sa ating katawan. Same din po with our mental health. Pag masyado po malakas or very stressful yung mga pangyayari, our coping strategies cannot cope up and more. That's when nagkakaroon po ng complications sa ating mental health. So anxiety can be a coping mechanism sometimes. But pag too much na po yung stress or yung problem that we experience and grab na yung anxiety, it can cause maladaptive dun sa ating mental health. That's anxiety as an emotion and a disorder. Now, bakit po tayo nagkakaroon ng anxiety? There are many causes of anxiety. And according to this study, that anxiety po is a complex interaction of our biological, psychological, and environmental factors that affects us. So hindi lang po siyang isang factor that influences why we get anxiety, but it's actually an interplay ng madaming factors kaya po tayo nagkakaroon ng anxiety. So let's start with biological factors. Ano po yung mga biological factors na ating i-consider why we have or why we experience anxiety? Number one, interestingly, anxiety disorders often run in the family. So meron po mga pag-aaral na may mga genes po or yung anxiety disorders, pag naka-develop po yung ating mga parents, grandparents ng anxiety disorders, usually it can be passed down to the children. It often runs in the family. Hindi pa nila na pinpoint lahat-lahat ng mga genes na nag-code for anxiety disorders, but they found out yung correlation po na pwedeng mamana ang anxiety disorders. Also, it can be imbalances po sa ating mga neurotransmitters. Yung mga neurotransmitters po natin, like serotonin, GABA, and norepinephrine, ito po sila yung mga responsible sa ating mood and thinking. So pag hindi po na-regulate yung mga neurotransmitters natin, sometimes it can affect how we feel about things, how we express our thoughts, our emotions, and it can influence levels of anxiety. So yun po yung gawa ng neurotransmitters. What more, pag overactive po yung ating brain, overactivity in brain areas, like amygdala, may part po yung ating brain na called amygdala. And this is the seat of our emotions. Okay po. And amygdala also processes fear. it's often linked to heightened anxiety responses. Kaya pag meron pong overactivity in brain, especially sa ating amygdala, it can heighten anxiety. So ako din po yan sa pag-aaral dito, nila Pine in 2007. Now, if we go naman sa psychological factors, actually personality trait can influence also how we express or feel anxiety. So yung mga tao po na high in neuroticism or perfectionism, mga perfectionist po, they have increased vulnerability of heightened anxiety. So I'm not sure kung alam niyo po yung mga terms na temperament, like yung mga choleric po, mga sanguine, phlegmatic, and melancholic. Our personality traits can actually influence how we take or we feel anxiety. Sa pag-aaral po, yung mga melancholic and phlegmatic, sila po yung mga internalizing personalities. They are usually vulnerable to higher levels of anxiety. And we also have cognitive distortions, tendency to catastrophize or overestimate danger. Minsan, yung pag-overthink po natin, may mga taong like they have cognitive distortions, mali po yung kanilang how they think and how they perceive things, and they can overestimate danger and catastrophize something. They are vulnerable as well in anxiety disorders or heightened levels of anxiety. Ito din po, early life experiences, yung ating pong childhood, according to studies, like especially yung trauma po, trauma and abuse ng pagkabata, and even overprotective parenting can lead to anxiety later in life. And pag-aral din po ito, very recent, by Putri, Nower, and Purba in 2025. And so these things can influence po our perception and how we feel anxiety. Meron din pong environmental factors. Ito po yung like stressful life events. Of course, pag may mga ganap po tayo sa ating buhay na very stressful, very anxiety-inducing, ayan, heighten po yung level ng ating anxiety. Chronic stress, like sa work, sa school, maybe relationship problems, those things can cause anxiety, heightened levels of anxiety. And substance use, like caffeine, alcohol, drugs, can be both cause and worsen anxiety. Pag-aaral din po yan. Yun po yung mga environmental factors that we experience. And again, but then again, ito pong mga bagay na to ay nag-i-interplay. They combine sometimes, and then it causes heightened level of anxiety. And because siguro masyado very strong or masyado malaki yung stress na nabibigay ng mga bagay-bagay sa ating buhay, then that's a time when anxiety can become a disorder or can be detrimental for our lives. We also have medical conditions po, no? So excessive anxiety can be a symptom of hyperthyroidism, heart arrhythmias, chronic illness like diabetes, and high blood pressure, hormonal imbalances po as well. This can be a symptom, or excessive anxiety can be a symptom of these things. That's why mamaya po, we will learn na pag meron pong diagnosis ng anxiety disorders, we have to rule out these things muna before we can call it an anxiety disorder. Okay? And alam niyo po ba, anxiety disorders can also be learned. Anxiety can be learned, like for example, if through classical conditioning, maybe a traumatic experience before, nung kayo po ay bata pa, if we experience something na very mabigat sa atin, it can be learned. We can be anxious because of that. For example, like meron po akong kakilala na involved po siya sa isang car accident. Hindi naman po malala yung car accident. Buhay pa naman po sila. Pero because of that, he is now afraid of driving a car. hindi na po siya makapag-drive ng kotse kasi ayun nga, yung anxiety of driving car, parang naisip niya na baka ma-accident naman siya. So those things can actually influence how we develop anxiety. And also through observation, like watching anxious caregivers. Kaya dapat po maging careful din po tayo no, sa ating mga pinapanood. Hindi lang po to sa like watching someone na very anxious, but like anxiety-inducing films, anxiety-inducing movies, we should kind of avoid those things kasi it can be learned. Anxiety can be learned. That's why po sabi ni Apostle Paul na finally, brethren, whatever things are pure, whatever things are honest, if there's any virtue about these things, think about these things. Kasi it can be learned talaga po. Now, pupunta po tayo sa common anxiety disorders in the Philippines. There are many anxiety disorders po, but kulang po yung ating time para i-discuss lahat. Kaya yung aking pong i-discuss lang, share po sa inyo this evening is ano po yung common anxiety disorders dito po sa Pilipinas. Now in Philippines, anxiety disorders are among the most prevalent mental health conditions. According po sa WHO or World Health Organization, approximately 3 million or about 3.1% of the Philippine population is experiencing or reported na meron silang anxiety disorders. That was in 2017. And the trend for right now is that it's still increasing. No? And, sorry po, they have found out that these three are the most common anxiety disorders dito sa Pilipinas. Number 1 is generalized anxiety disorder. Number 2, social anxiety disorder. And then number 3, panic disorder. We will discuss this po very quickly later on sa next slides on how we can differentiate this kind of anxiety disorders. But then again, hindi lang po ito yung anxiety disorders. Okay? Marami pa pong anxiety disorders na nakasulat sa DSM-5. But ito lang po yung ating i-discuss kasi ito yung most common anxiety disorders in the Philippines. Now, tutungo po tayo sa DSM-5. Yung DSM-5 po is a book na very important po sa ating mga mental health professionals, sa mga psychiatrists, psychologists, guidance counselors, and other mental health professionals. Kasi po, ito yung book na nakalista lahat ng mental disorders and ano po yung kanilang mga criteria or ano yung mga symptoms that can qualify for those mental health disorder. But then again, hindi po ibig sabihin na pag nakaka-relate po kayo mamaya sa i-share ko, meron na pa kayong anxiety disorders. Okay? So we don't self-diagnose po. Okay? That's a disclaimer. In order for us to confirm or to check whether we have a certain mental health problem, it's always important to seek professional help. Okay po, hindi lang ibig sabihin na nakaka-relate ako sa DSM-5 sa shinare ni Sir Jeter, baka meron akong anxiety disorder. No, we don't do that. Okay? This is just for information and how we can check whether we should help someone experiencing this kind of symptoms. Now, yung pinakauna pong ating i-discuss is about the generalized anxiety disorder or GAD. Yung GAD po, ito po yung mga criteria galing po sa DSM-5. Okay? Number 1 or letter A, excessive worry, anxiety or worry, occurring more days than not for at least 6 months. So ibig po sabihin, if yung ating pong anxiety and worry about something is excessive, meaning po ng excessive is sobra-sobra, for at least 6 months, and on those days ng 6 months na yon, dapat mas marami tayong na-experience na, mas maraming days na naka-experience tayo ng anxiety kaysa wala. Okay, so let's say for example, in 6 months, ilang days po yun? 6 months. So 30 times 6. So we have 30, 60, 90, 180. 180 days po, no? So dapat more than half or more days dapat tayo nagkaroon ng excessive anxiety and worry para po makalipay for this criterion, letter A. Excessive anxiety and worry. Okay? About a number of events or activities such as work or school performance. Criteria B, the person finds it difficult to control the worry. Hindi po natin siya makontrol. Parang ang hirap i-brush off, lagi mo siyang naiisip, yun na lang yung laman ng isip mo every minute, every hour. So yun po yung criteria B. It's very difficult to control. Criteria C, the anxiety and worry are associated with 3 or more of the following 6 symptoms. Ayan. So 3 or more po of these 6 symptoms. Restlessness or parang aligaga po tayo, hindi tayo makarest, feeling keyed up or on edge, being easily fatigued, mabilis mapagod, difficulty concentrating, or minsan yung ating isip ay nagiging blanco, irritability, tayo po ay madaling magalit, very irritable, muscle tension din po. Yung ating mga muscles ay parang muscle tension, and then also sleep disturbance. So in these symptoms, 3 or more should be present for the past 6 months. So that's criteria C. Now, yung D naman po, anxiety or worry or physical symptoms cause clinically significant distress or impairment. Again, clinically significant distress or impairment. Yan po yung nag-differentiate ng anxiety as an emotion and anxiety as a disorder. Okay? Again, as a disorder, anxiety should be significant impairment to the person. Criteria E, the disturbance is not attributable to the physiological effects of any substance. So dapat yung ating na-feel ay hindi dahil sa drug abuse or medication, and it should not be because of another medical condition, like dun po sa na-mention po kanina. And then F, the disturbance is not better be explained by another mental disorder. So minsan po kasi, yung mga symptoms ng anxiety disorders, of course, since part po sila ng bigger umbrella ng anxiety disorders, nag-overlap po minsan yung mga symptoms. That's why, yung meron pong criteria dito na dapat yung ating disturbance should not be explained by other mental disorder, like panic disorder, social anxiety disorder, OCD, and PTSD. Okay, so yun po yung general anxiety disorder. To sum this up, yung general anxiety disorder po is something that about excessive worry about something for the past 6 months. It can be sa work, sa school, or number of events or activities. So much more generalized siya. Okay, that's why it's called generalized anxiety disorder. Pag naka-feel po tayo ng excessive worry on certain activities or kaganapan sa ating life, then that can be a generalized anxiety disorder. Now, punta po tayo sa second most common na anxiety disorder here sa Philippines. Number 2 is social anxiety disorder. So, meron pong keyword, social anxiety. Now, social anxiety po is marked fear or anxiety about one or more social situations. So this one, compared po sa generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety disorder is much more specific. Specific po siya sa social situations in which the individual is exposed to possible scrutiny by others. For example, in social interaction, like having a conversation or being observed, like eating or drinking, and then performing in front of others. So, yung nafe-feel po ng mga taong merong social anxiety disorder is that baka i-judge sila ng ibang tao. Yun lang po yung pumapasok sa isip nila. Pag nasa labas po sila, ayaw nilang kumain sa labas, ayaw nilang makapagkita sa ibang tao because they feel like all eyes are on them. And they feel like na at any point sila ay i-judge or ma-scrutinize ng ibang tao. So yun po yung na-feel ng mga taong merong social anxiety disorder. And the individual fears that they will act in a way or show anxiety symptoms that will be negatively evaluated. So yun po yung specific na criteria ng social anxiety disorder. It's about being exposed to possible judgment or scrutiny by others. Okay? That's why hindi po sila makapag go outside any social situations that might affect this kind of perspective or this kind of perception nila na they would be judged by other people. Okay? The social situations are avoided and endured with intense fear or anxiety. Ayan. The fear of anxiety is out of proportion, meaning excessive po talaga. Like hindi sila makalabas ng bahay, even yung simple na pagbili ng, kasi pag inutusan ka ng parents mo na bumili ng, let's say, itlog sa labas, hindi mo yun magawa kasi you have this kind of feelings, extreme feeling of being scrutinized by other people. Ayan. Fear and anxiety or avoidance is persistent and typically lasting 6 months or more. So yun po yung social anxiety disorder. Ayan. So same din po, the fear, anxiety, or avoidance is not better explained by other symptoms of another mental health disorder and another medical condition. Like for example, pag meron pong Parkinson's disease or obesity, the fear and anxiety or avoidance is clearly unrelated or excessive. For example, pag obese po yung person, hindi siya takot because baka ma-judge siya of his or her obesity. But the worry itself, the anxiety itself, na baka i-judge siya ng tao. Not just because of the obesity. Okay? Yun po yung social anxiety disorder. And lastly, we go with panic disorder. Okay. Ito po yung sometimes na how do you call this? Misdiagnose or misinterpreted. Kasi po magkaiba yung panic disorder or let's say panic disorder and anxiety attacks. Okay? So under po ng panic disorder, we have panic attacks. Okay? Yung panic disorder po is recurrent and unexpected panic attacks. And a panic attack is an abrupt surge of intense fear or intense discomfort that reaches a peak within minutes and during which pag andun ka sa surge po na yun, or let's say for example, naglalakad ka po sa mall, and then bigla kang naka-feel ng intense fear. Yung panic attack po ay uncued, meaning wala po siyang trigger. Bigla mo lang siyang feel. And yung feeling po is intense. Parang you feel paralyzed, there's intense fear and intense discomfort that can reach a peak within minutes. And during which, sa time po na yon, 4 or more of the following symptoms may occur. Okay? You will feel or you will experience 4 or more of these following symptoms, like palpitations or pounding of heart, the accelerated heart rate, sweating, shaking or trembling, shortness of breath, yung pagkawala po ng ating breathing, feelings of choking, feeling po natin na-choke tayo, hindi tayo makahinga, chest pain, minsan nausea or abdominal distress, ang sakit po ng ating tiyan, feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or minsan may mga tao pong nahihimatay because of panic attacks, chills or heat sensations, paresthesias or numbness and tingling of our sensation. Yung isa pa po ay derealization or feelings of unreality and depersonalization, like feeling po natin na detach tayo sa ating sariling katawan. Okay? You also have fear of losing control or going crazy and fear of dying. So those are the symptoms that may occur when you are experiencing panic attacks. Now, ano po yung difference ng panic attacks sa anxiety attacks? Well, if we go po sa DSM-5, there's no such thing or official term na anxiety attack. Wala pong ganun sa DSM-5. Yung meron na po is panic attack. Pero, anxiety attack can be designated to intense feelings of anxiety. Parang ganun po siya. Wala po talagang proper term na anxiety attack, only panic attacks. Pero kung i-compare po natin silang dalawa, yung panic attack ay bigla-bigla. Abrupt surge siya ng intense fear or intense discomfort. While yung anxiety attack is gradual. So parang pa-increase po yung ating anxiety. Kasi, again, yung anxiety attack po is triggered by stress. Yung panic attack, wala po siyang trigger. Often bigla lang po siyang mangyayari sa atin. We have feelings of abrupt fear or intense discomfort. Okay? Yun po yung kanilang difference. So, pag naka-feel ka po ng panic disorder, at least one of the attacks have been followed by 1 month or more of the following. Ayan. After mo pong maka-feel ng or naka-experience ng panic attack, nagiging concerned ka na or you are worrying too much about additional panic attacks. Meron kang maladaptive change in your behavior. Nagbago po yung behavior mo because in relation with attack. And what more here, same lang po. When you're diagnosed with panic disorder, dapat hindi po siya attributed sa other effects of substance and not explained by other mental health disorder. Okay? So yun po yung ating panic disorder. Those are the 3 most common disorder in the Philippines. Now, I think ito yung question na we really want to share or to answer for tonight. Ano po yung mga ating pwedeng gawin para ma-alleviate po or maibsan na manage yung ating anxiety? There are a number of ways that we can do in order to manage anxiety. Number 1 that we can do is breathing exercises. Alam niyo po, very helpful po ito. Even in anxiety as an emotion and anxiety as a disorder, breathing exercises can actually help us regulate our emotions and feelings. Actually, ito po yung what they call the reset button sometimes. Yeah, reset button ng ating anxiety. Breathing exercises. So I have here the common breathing technique. It's 4 to 6. And it pertains po sa seconds that we do in our breathing exercises. So hindi lang po hihinga ng randomly. Meron po tayong guide. So ang guide po natin sa breathing exercises is 4 to 6. 4 seconds na inhale, 2 seconds na hold, and 6 seconds na inhale. So we inhale for 4, and then we hold it for 2 seconds, and then exhale for 6 seconds. I-try nyo po siya. Very helpful. Kahit once or twice if you're feeling anxious sa isang araw na you will feel anxiety, you can do breathing exercises. Okay po. Basta remember, mas matagal po yung pag-exhale. It should be longer compared sa inhale. And dapat dahan-dahan po yung exhale. Okay, so inhale, hold, then exhale. Dahan-dahan po na exhale, it can reset our emotions. Now, we also have grounding techniques. Remember po, no? Yung anxiety is an emotion that projects us into the future. That's why yung grounding techniques po, yung ginagawa niya is to bring us to the present, back again. Yung ginagawa po ng grounding techniques is to regulate our mechanism or our emotions, and it's a mechanism in times of stress and anxiety. So ano po yung ating gagawin pag we are anxious or we are stressed? We just sit down and then relax. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can feel, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you taste. So we use our senses. We bring back ourselves to the present moment so that we won't be overwhelmed with the stress and anxiety that may or may not happen. That's grounding techniques po. What more? I also like this one. It also uses our senses po. And this one, it's our sense of touch. We call this butterfly hug. So what you do, pag stress po kayo or anxious, yung mga students, pag mag-exam kayo, for example, you sit down comfortably and then you cross your arms over your chest. So parang siyang butterfly. Okay? And then you tap your shoulders or arms alternately, like this one. Parang you're giving a pat to yourself. And that motion can actually help you relax. That motion can help you alleviate your stressful and anxious feelings. Okay, you can close your eyes. You can do it with breathing exercises. You can combine it with breathing exercises. And notice your breathing and your thoughts. That can actually help you. One more thing that I personally use is clench and release. Kasi yeah, madali po siyang gawin. Kahit nasa social situation po kayo. So clench and release. What we do with this, you sit down comfortably, you clench your fist, and then bigyan niyo po ng force na moderate or strong force. And then you inhale, and then when you exhale, you release very slowly. Yeah. So you release slowly, and then you do that again. You clench, inhale, and then release. Okay. So yun po yung clench and release. Okay? And then what more here? Ayan, lastly po, pag hindi po talaga ma-manage yung anxiety natin, that's when we will, kahit hindi nga excessive pa yung anxiety, we can seek professional help. Okay? Seeking professional help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength. And when we seek professional help, it can help us properly address the anxiety that we are feeling and eventually prevent further damage or anxiety. And lastly, before I end, we also need to believe po in the power of prayer. Alam niyo po ba na mayroong mga pag-aaral, ang dami po actually, in the field of positive psychology, faith and prayer has been used by many experts to and relate it with anxiety and depressive symptoms. According to this study, especially, I only cited one, but marami po ang study na out there recognizing this power. They found out that individuals with secure attachment to God, those who pray, those who have faith, believing in a supportive and comforting heavenly power, can experience fewer symptoms of anxiety-related disorders. So that's very powerful. And alam niyo po ba na may mga parts ng ating brain that lights up when we are praying, and that can help us address feelings of anxiety. And before po I end, alam niyo po, there was a question before na address sa akin. Sir, pag meron po ba kayong pag meron po ba kayong faith, mawawala yung anxiety niyo? And the answer is, of course, no. Ang dami pong mga biblical characters na even though they have very, very strong faith, they still experience anxiety and depression and stress. Because it's a natural thing we're experiencing here on earth, yet full of pain and suffering. But remember, in John 16:33, Jesus said that I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble. In this world you will feel anxiety. You will feel depressed, you will feel anxious, you will have problems in life. But take heart, hindi po natapos doon yung verse. Take heart, I have overcome the world. And that's a promise for us. In Philippians 6 verse 7, Dr. Lane said this earlier, that we should not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, we present our request ourselves to God. And ano po yung mangyayari? The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard our hearts and our minds in Christ Jesus. So we will have peace that overcometh everything. Maybe not a peace na ino-offer po ng world sa atin, but peace that only God can provide. That even though we will experience anxiety and stress here on earth, God will still be with us all throughout. So ayun po, thank you so much for listening. I know
Wow.
we are short in time, but I hope you've learned something po sa ating discussion ngayong gabi. Thank you
Yeah,
so much po.
Yeah, we learned a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you for that beautiful promise. Sir Jeter, napakaganda at klarado ang pagbabalangkas mo sa topic ngayong gabi as you know, slowly dissect anxiety disorder. Although, as what you said, it is part of our life and it is normal, but if it disrupts your life, our life, and your daily functioning, it is already a disorder. Ano ho? Well, I'm sure marami po na natutunan ng ating mga listeners and viewers. Nag-take note. Ako nga, nag-take note ako. Napakarami sigurong katanungan. Let's hear it, Pam. After you greet muna our listeners and viewers, then kung merong question, let's hear it. Pam, please.
All right. Thank you very much, Doc Lane. We're having a shout out to our friends who are in Facebook Live. First and foremost, we would like to say good evening to Ma'am Geraldine Patalinghog. They're watching right now. Your mom is watching right now, sir. And we're
Hello
saying
po.
also, good evening po sa mga taga Masbate. Nasa Masbate sila ngayon, sir. Good evening
Yes
po.
po.
Maayo na gabi sa
Maayo
inyo
na
tanan.
gabi sa inyo tanan.
Maayo
Opo.
na gabi. Napakagaling ng inyo pong anak.
Opo. Gwapo na, magaling pa. Hello also to Ma'am Rosalinda Marasigan, to Merlita Tani, Lucy Kiedbang, Nora Abriga, Juliet Siagan, Fanny Johnny De La Torres, MJ Salamatin, Sadira Samira, Vanessa Prieto Hand, and our YouTube also viewers, Rosalinda Dizon, Alicia Bermilio, Imelda Fadalion, and Rose Aquino. You know what, Doc Lane, we have two stunning, stark, what do you call this, questions, but the two of them were already answered by
Answered.
Sir Jeter. And I don't think that they still need to ask kasi na this was substantially discussed a while ago. But
Yeah.
for the sake of those who have asked this question, we will just read the question and we will just let you know that we have acknowledged what you have sent to us. What is the difference between anxiety attack and panic attack? It was clearly explained.
Yes.
Yeah. And the last one was already discussed lastly. Discuss lang po ni Sir Jeter, and the question was, can faith influence anxiety? Kanina na answer na din po. And I guess I have to look at the time that Leo had given us. Thank you very much, Leo, for reminding. It's only 3 minutes before we go. Doc Lane, please.
Yeah, just now I saw the name of Sadia Samira watching live from Saudi Arabia. Hello po. Hello po. Wow, 3 minutes left. But you know what? I have this constant experience every takeoff and landing. Although hindi ko naman iniisip, ubo ko ng ubo. Ano po ba ito? Hindi ko naman iniisip, ano? Hindi naman sumasagi sa isipan ko. Pero ubo ako ng ubo. Siguro ano to? Panic attack?
Baka anxiety attack, Doc.
Anxiety,
Parang
okay.
manifestation po ng ating anxiety attack.
Yeah, so I will do the breathing exercise, the 4-2-6, inhale, hold, and exhale. And I'm sure it would work for me. Yung grounding techniques kasi, yung 5 senses, yung ano nga yun, yung what you see, baka makita ko yung mga ano, baka mas lalo ko. But I really love the techniques that you shared to us. Talagang very, very workable. Okay, ang takeaway ko doon sa mga na-share sa atin ni Sir Jeter, don't self-diagnose or self-medicate kasi ang pag-diagnose sa sarili ng mga issue sa mental health nang walang profesional na gabay ay maaring magdulot ng mga problema. Di po ba? Mas lalo tuloy itong matri-trigger, no? So, salamat sa inyong pakikinig mga kaibigan sa ating programa ngayong gabi tungkol sa anxiety disorder. Nawa mga kaibigan na pag-usapan natin at yung napag-usapan natin ay nakatulong po sa inyo upang mas maunawaan at ma-manage natin ang inyong nararamdaman. Huwag kalimutan, mag-ingat sa inyong mental health at humingi ng tulong kung kailangan ninyo. Importante at huwag kaligtaan kung nagugulumihanan, dumulog sa ating poong may kapal. Cast all your cares upon Him and He will carry you through. Magandang gabi mga kaibigan, Lalaine Saron Alfanoso, hanggang sa muli. Thank you, Sir Jeter. Pam, please.
Yes, don't forget on Monday we will have another topic, toxic relationship and mental health. We'll see you then, and we will be with Ma'am Mylene Gumarao. I hope you will always stand by for everything that is bothering your mind will be answered here by the grace of God. My name is Pam. Good night, everyone. Thank you,
Last
Sir Jeter.
words, Sir Jeter.
Ayan po, maraming salamat. And once again, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication. God bless po sa lahat.
Amen. Amen. Your mental health matters. Good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night po.
Mindful Chat sa 89.1 FM. Isang oras na kaalaman, kwentuhan at kasagutan tungkol sa kalusugang pangkaisipan. Kasama ang mga psychologists, guidance counselors, and mental health experts para sagutin ang iyong katanungan at maghatid ng kanilang kaalaman. Pag-uusapan natin ang mga seryosong bagay na minsan ay hindi nabibigyang pansin. May live tawagan. Kaya kung may tanong ka, ilahad mo na. Huwag palalampasin ang Mindful Chats. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 8 to 9 p.m. Kasama si Dr. Lane Alfanoso at Pam De Castro. Your mind, your strength, mental health matters.